So, there's a video I saw yesterday, and on this video, somebody went around and was asking questions, and I think this was in I think it was in the UK, yes, I think it was in the UK. And the first question was, would you take $100,000 and go, or £100,000 or so, and go back to Nigeria? And more people said no, they're not going to do that. One person said, I'll go back to Nigeria even if I don't have the £100,000, $100,000.
Wow.
And one person said, I have it, I have it. So why would I want to go back? So even if it's for $1 million or something. And so then the conversation all went on. Then it moved to the next question: why is it that you wouldn't want to go back in spite of it? 101% of them said leadership.
Okay.
The remaining 1.01 said corruption, which of course is leadership. I said that the only reason why we're where we are as
Same difference.
is leadership and all that. Same thing. So, and then just immediately after that, I now saw a post where, or prior to that, a day before, was where they had pegged the age for entrance into university at 18.
Okay.
They pegged it at 18. And then 2 days after, there was a lot of agitation from the public, it was now
reverted
to 16. I don't know if there was an age before, so I don't know if you say it's a reversion, as it were, But then it seems a lot of times that these people who are elected are disconnected from the feelings of people. Because you see, democracy, as it were, is not about what you think is right. It's what about what the majority. You got into that position by the majority, right? So it so happens that when it comes to majority, what you do for the people, most of the time, is what the majority wants, right? And so when the thing came into 18 and all of that, and a lot of people kicked up against it.
Yeah.
It for me didn't make sense, because I got into university when I was 16.
Okay.
16, it was a supplementary, so it was just as I was entering 17, and then that was when I got into the university, which was basically the same year I left secondary school, right? And I wonder why age would even come in, because even as I entered in 16, I know there were some students who were even sharper than me.
Yeah.
You remember when we used to have double promotions?
So
It used to happen, and in such a way that I know a person that was double promoted twice. Because this person entered into the class and found out that she was even higher, like she had moved up.
Yeah.
And then her level of intellect was even higher than even all of those there.
Yeah, so
And then she had to now be moved again. And so I am of the opinion that at this point around, it's not a case of age. It's all about intellectual capacity. Because look, the university, as it were, is an intellectual pursuit.
So, intellectual pursuit or not, there's a reason why there's a benchmark for age all over the world for, I believe it's age 5 before any child should be admitted into a school. Because there's so much research. We had a parenting expert here this week, who talked about the fact that all over the world, it's noted that no matter how developed they are in academics, how many things they cram to pass exams, they are the same across board, no matter what country they're in. Yes, what you instill in them makes a difference later on, but I'm just thinking about it. This child has done 6 years primary, 6 years secondary, and then you want to throw them in for probably another 4 or 5 years university without having added some vocational training, some, something else. There's something they do abroad in some cases called a gap year. Some parents actually choose to hold their kids back, like in the US, in the UK, hold them back for a year, have them travel the world, have them do a summer job, have them do whatever. It might be for any reason, maybe to save money for college or whatever. But that gap year is used to give them some kind of additional skills before they then go into a college or tertiary institution. In my opinion, 18 is adulthood.
Well, like you said,
adulthood.
They have a choice. I don't have a problem if you decide So that's the problem. You cannot
We
take
rush
the choice.
children a lot here.
It doesn't matter. It's if you want to keep your child till 27, that's okay. Another person might want their child to enter university by 13. Leave it for them. We look at today. Somebody was talking about the Asians. In fact, the last time I saw a picture of the American maths, world maths competition winners, all of them were Asian.
Yeah.
You know, and we spoke about how different places. There you have kids.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a talk about the youngest professor being at 13 also. Let it be.
But those
let it
same
be up to
Asians,
choice.
Mike, those same
Let it be
Asians,
up
they
to
don't
choice.
give their kids exams
I
until
don't-
they're
I don't-
they're about 11
but
years old.
that's the point
Here,
I'm
you're
saying.
throwing kids
That's the
into
point I'm
exams
saying.
at what
Let
age?
it be
6,
for-
7. What
let
are they
it-
writing?
Let the choice not be taken out of my hand or
So-
the hand.
So now
That's
this
it.
is what I have to say, right? I think I'll start with the point that Mike made with regards to what leaders and what leaders are literally meant to be doing based on the fact that we're running a democracy, right? I don't necessarily think that, I mean, I love the fact that, I mean, democratically speaking, the people can have a voice and literally change a leader's decision and all of that from one thing to another thing. However, I want to say that that should literally not even be the case. Why? Because before you went into office, right, there were several stages you were meant to literally go through, right? One of which had a manifesto. Manifesto is literally you presenting your points to the people, right? Based on your plans, on what you have for a particular sector before you get into power. First of all, the people at that level were meant to have seen that your plans align with what they think is best for them and all of that before you now get into office and start implementing, right? I don't think it's even, I think for me, it's literally it doesn't show that you literally have a mind of your own and have plans that literally you've thought about properly and are willing to execute. If not, if you say 18 and you put 18, stand by it and make us understand why you have done that as opposed to shifting. So that is my take on that. However, I'm not saying that him capping it at 18 was the right thing or him reverting to 16 is the right thing. However, I did get to school earlier. And also, yeah, we can say in America, they hold them back for one gap year. When you enter university, ASU will hold you back naturally. You don't need gap year.
Wow.
They don't need, do you understand? So my point is we need to look at where we are and be reasonable.
True.
Like, till now, the SANU and all of that, they're still threatening strikes, still dragging for their money that haven't been paid and all of that. And this, they're literally talking about total shutdown by next week and all of that. Their money is still not paid and all of that. These are years. I literally had someone working for me. We have different people that I'm talking about. Theophilus was here and all of that. Yeah. We see how long they literally stay in school. So should we really be increasing it to 18? We shouldn't be bringing it down because we know what's going to happen in front. Naturally, you're going to get the years that you think you've not spent at home. So with regards to ability, right? For a lot of schools out of the country, capacity. For a lot of schools out of the country, what I notice that they do is that in a class, irrespective of how tall you are or how short you are, once you're at the same age, you're expected to have the same mental aptitude to literally be able to absorb what's being taught in that particular class. When my sister relocated with the kids, most time, by the time they got there, they had literally surpassed some of their school, but they had to bring them back to be in the same age range with their peers and all of that. So in the end of the day, I feel, yes, with age, at a certain class, there are certain things you are meant to have known, and that's literally what they ensure happens and all of that. However, when they look at how quick you are, which is what they did, they now realize that, okay, you know what, these guys are too sharp to be here and all of that. Because whether you like it or not, their aptitude is going to affect them. So if we're used to learning at a quicker speed, you need to put them apart with where they actually are and all of that. I'm not talking about
So
holding
now
them back
they
on.
come out of university in 4 years or let's say 5, and then they're looking for work. If, in my opinion,
Then
they are
learn the
taking
aptitude.
time.
Then they learn the
No, if
aptitude.
they are taking time before even going into these institutions, they could even probably work while being in school. Do summer jobs,
Another thing, especially because of our climate again, another thing is that gap year you're creating at that young, early stage, I feel is going to make a lot of people distracted from the educational system. That's honestly the way I see it. Yes, because even in the US, they have that problem. And that is why they encourage a lot of people. Now, there are different people, I mean, with the whole Biden thing of giving, like, work opportunities and all of that, and visas to internationals that literally have graduated from US universities. These are things that come because a lot of people in the US, whether you like it or not, they are not so educated. They actually have that gap year, go and work, and they literally just get into other things, other applications.
I wish we'll continue this. We have to wrap up now, but this is quite something. Maybe we have to find a way to bring back with extra, where we can actually expand our thoughts on this and really let it all out.